subreddit. PC Master Race is not backing this up.
Oh no. Yeah. Come
Come to studio.
to studio.
Come studio now.
Phil's gonna be like, why? And this still like while walking over here.
You know,
Like, I can deal with her. Okay, but
I
she's
still tap it.
her.
She got a nice booty.
Oh hell yeah! Don't get me wrong. She's like, yeah. My
And I
mic is
can do the accent.
yeah. My mic is on while saying that. Sup guys? This is the Monarchy's Game Talk. I'm your host Marcus Twitty, and I am with my other host Trey Cortez.
Trey Cortez, not Cortez.
Cortez.
Cortez was a mean guy.
Oh, Cortez was the mean guy. That's right. That is correct. So keep it locked. We are going to get started in a few minutes. But first, we're going to throw in a quick song right quick from one of our sponsors. This is New Jobs. So keep it locked. This is WODU Studios, the best in college radio.
Yeah, sharp like an edge of a samurai sword, the mental blade cut through flesh and bone. No more minds at peace, the world out of order, listen and the heat, life gets colder. Oh yes, I have to find my path, no less walk on earth, water and fire. The elements compose the matter, the motors of piranhas and amalgam. Steel back tight in microchip on my armor, a sign of all pro. The ultimate reward is not out of wars at odds with the times and wars with no lords. A freelancer, a battle cry of a hawk, make a dove fly in the teardrop. Wonder why low rope don't roll with the clan. Only trust instincts and be one with the plan. Some days, some nights, some live, some die in the way of the samurai. Some fight, some bleed, sun up, sun down, the sons of a battle cry. Some days, some nights, some live, some die in the name of the samurai. Some fight, some bleed, sun up, sun down, the sons of a battle cry. Battle cry. Look, just the air around it, with aura surrounding the air, repairing. He might be a peasant, but shine like a man. Royalty, he to the people and land. Loyalty, we witness to the water. Hear this, see sickness in the ocean of wickedness. Set sail to the sunset, no second guessing. Fall east down with the spirit of Wild West. The quote unquote stands a tester. Time for the chosen ones to find the best. Noble mind that ever graced the face of hemisphere with the fear fly over the blue yonder where the sky meets the sea and I meets the eye and boy meets world and became a man and served the word to say the day, the night, and the girl too. Some days, some nights, some live, some die in the way of the samurai. Some fight, some bleed, sun up, sun down, the sons of a battle cry. Some days, some nights, some live, some die in the name of the samurai. Some fight, some bleed, sun up, sun down, the sons of a battle cry. A battle cry. 僕らにはベッドもないだけど君は今だし
What's everyone?
It comes smarter.
Sup, guys? You're listening with WOD Studios, the best in college radio. Right now, like I guess we are finally set up. Hopefully, these mics are working. These are like low tier mics. Like they're all the way at the bottom. They're kind of like if you're playing like a, actually no, if you're playing the EA game that's not made by anyone else but EA.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah,
No, that's rough.
yeah. So that's pretty much how the mics are.
It's like playing Madden NFL.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's basically how it is, like playing Madden NFL. So, let me see if you can.
Mic check. 1, 2, 6, 3.
There it is. Okay, so the mics.
Execute order 69.
So the mics are finally working. So we're the Monarchy with WOD Studios, the best in college radio, and we are the Game Talk Morning Guys. So I am your host, Marcus Twitty. I am with fellow host Trey Cortez.
Cortez. I told you,
Cortez.
Cortez was a bad guy.
I said Cortez.
Okay.
I didn't put the Z in
I
there.
heard Cortez.
Yeah.
I mean, he said Cortez earlier. You missed it.
I did say Cortez.
Try to make me part of the Spanish Inquisition. What's happening?
Well, you know what? You would make a fine assassin for the Spanish Inquisition, I guess.
Oh, but they didn't assassinate people. They just brutally murdered them.
That is true. And you guys know Philip Tyler. He was here with me the other night. He's always here. So let's get started with the news. Trey, if you want to go announce the first thing we're talking about.
If anyone's been paying attention to anything that's been happening, Epic Games has announced a new IP called Paragon.
Yeah, we kind of registered. I kind of registered for Epic just because of that game the other day. What we do know is that they have a character build that just looks pretty as of all God. If I have ever seen something pretty, that is the prettiest thing I've ever seen. But we know nothing about gameplay or anything else otherwise.
Right now, it's just a few names. I think it's like 5 different characters they're going to release every week, and then they're showing character art to go along with it. There has been a bunch of speculation about what it's going to be, though. A lot of people think it's going to be a MOBA.
A MOBA. See, it looks too pretty to be a MOBA. It just looks.
If it comes out as a MOBA, it's going to be one of the most gorgeous MOBAs I've ever seen.
Oh, that's very true. But it looks like it might be like a what were we talking about? We say it was going to be like a studio.
An arena shooter.
Yeah, arena shooter.
Yeah, and you know, Cliff Blazinski's got his new arena shooter, Lawbreakers, coming out. I think sometime early next year. So I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Epic was going to put one out to go against them.
Yeah. And that'd be awesome to see like 2 arena shooters battle and out because, well, that's what we always needed, arena shooters and not a bunch of Call of Duty stuff.
This is true, but we don't know how it's going to play yet. So
Yeah, that is true. So this
We'll
is
more than likely find out after they release all 5 characters,
Yeah.
which ends in December 3rd.
so keep your fingers crossed for a arena shooter. And if it's going to be a MOBA, keep it crossed that it's going to be better than League of Legends.
Maybe it could be a MOBA like Battleborn's supposed to be.
Actually, you know what? You're right.
That could be a good one.
That would be a good one.
Speaking of Battleborn got pushed back till May.
Yeah, I saw that announcement. That is kind of disappointing because like a lot of stuff have been pushed back. Everything that
Yeah.
was supposed to be for this month, for like November and December, have been pushed back to May or June. So it's going to be an interesting year next year, seeing how everyone's going to be competing for time slots.
It's not a common thing.
Yeah, I mean, you've got your heavy hitters coming out this month. I mean, you've got Fallout 4, which everyone has been
Saving for.
life savings and bottle caps have been going to this thing. You've got Call of Duty, which comes out today. Black Ops 3 comes out today. Nobody
I
cares.
don't care. At least.
It's still a heavy hitter this time of the year. I mean, even if you don't care about it, it's
If your
still
age is 10, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a heavy hitter if your age is 10.
it still sells a lot every year, surprisingly. I think Syndicate came out earlier this week
Yeah.
for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So-
Well, speaking of Syndicate, their sales have not been doing the greatest, and the reviews have been good. People have been giving them 9s and 10s. However, the sales for the game has not been the greatest that they've been speculating, and the reason being is they think that because of last year's game, the game before that, probably kind of set them up for a failure. So. They were talking about releasing another game right after Syndicate. Do you see it being a heavy hitter after this game, or is it just going to flop?
If we're gonna follow the trend that Ubisoft has been doing, the studio who made Syndicate, I believe, is the same studio who made Black Flag. And the way it happens is everyone knows 3 was horrible. It was garbage, straight up. They completely missed an opportunity to hit a very important cultural part in, I mean, history in the Western and our side of the world, period. So they completely missed the mark on that. After that, Black Flag sales, when Black Flag came out, they weren't as good as what they were because 3 was bad. And then people were like, oh, hey, Black Sails is actually really good. Or Black Sails, that's a TV show. Black Flags was like, everyone was like, this game is really good, so let's actually go buy it. So their sales gradually got better as time went on. And that's why the thing is, Unity had really good sales because people were like, hey, they're coming off of Black Flag. They've obviously worked a lot of stuff out since 3. And then Unity completely bombed everything. I mean, it was just a mess.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that's happening. If if the trend keeps going this way, I think the next game's not going to be as good.
Yeah, New Call of Duty.
I think it'll probably suffer from a lot of the same problems that Unity and 3 suffered from, whether it's a crappy story or a lot of technical issues or just things like that. But right now, it seems like they're trying to get more and more away from the modern world stuff and just focus on history.
Yeah. Well, Phil brought up Call of Duty 3.
Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3.
Bury it.
He didn't want to bury it.
Bury
Well,
it.
with the way with how everything else is going with trends, people are speculating that this will probably not be a good year for sales for them. Basically, because of when it's being released. It's being released around Fallout 3. It's also, there's a Syndicate,
The
Fallout 4.
fandom will
Thank
come.
you. They will come for me. It's early in the morning. I am so sorry, people.
He said
Yeah, I
you want coffee?
really do need coffee. I should get
I
coffee
could have
after
got you
this.
coffee when I got the drinks. I was right there.
I gotta fill this up with. I gotta be hydrated with water. I might ask for chai tea latte like a basic individual. But anyways, yeah. But like with the trends, they're worried that the new Black Ops will probably flop with the way their sales thing is going. So again, do we see a good sales trend with them today, or
I don't know about
It's not going to flop.
Yeah.
I mean, Call of Duty is one of the games that sells consistently every year, and it's just because people are buying the Call of Duty name right now. So I don't see it flopping, but I do know that there have been issues when it comes to PC players being able to do a few things. There's minor performance issues. But the thing that interested me the most right now was it actually looks like they're trying with a story this year. If you've watched the story trailer for the game at all, it actually looks like they are putting an effort to make the game better.
are they going back to that whole Russian story with the Russians, and then it was something about like urban terrorists?
I
And
don't,
then,
I don't think it's Russians. I
Not
think it's
Russian.
more of one of their people in their own group sort of goes rogue or something like that. But they got some heavy hitters. Like you got the guy who was in Law and Order,
yeah,
who's going to be in that. You've got yeah, you got Katie Sackhoff, who's going to end up being in that. So they put some heavy hitters into this game, but it's until I can actually see some gameplay on it, I don't know how well it's actually going to be. But I do know that it's going to sell consistently, just because it's Call of Duty, and people mostly buy it for online anyway.
okay. And going back to our original topic, just so we don't want you guys to miss out on it. If you go back to Epic Games, if you go to their website, please sign up so you can go and check out to all the new stuff coming out for Paragon. Really, you don't want to miss out. It looks pretty. You want to jump on the bandwagon as soon as possible.
Yeah, Epic Games has never been known for a really bad release when it comes to stuff.
No, they're not. So really, you want to jump on the bandwagon. You really want to customize. You really want to change how your character builds are going to be. I don't know why they have us do this,
I
but
think it's like an initial start, so everyone has a different, like, you can still be in the same room with the same type of character, but everyone will be playing it differently.
yeah.
So,
So I kind of want to see how this works. So please sign up to Epic Games. Do it now while you're watching the stream. Like, don't ask any questions. You too, sir, walking across. Yes, yes, you, sir. You should be.
Out windows.
Yeah, we're pouring out windows today. Yeah.
the guy was like me.
But yeah, but we're gonna take a vocal break. We're gonna be right back in about 2 minutes. But first, we're gonna play a song. We're gonna play one of our EDM stuff. This is the Monarchy with WOD Studios, the best in college radio. So Trey, you can go ahead and pick. We got a bunch of stuff.
Let's see. What do we want to listen to today, guys? We are going to listen to.
Like literally, I got all the EDM sets.
Do we have any Excision up there? Lame if you do not have Excision, the greatest EDM guy out there.
We had the stuff up here. Uh,
It's not debatable.
It's not debatable.
It's just not debatable. He comes from Canada, so he wins.
Well, we're gonna drop a remix right quick.
Yeah, go
So
ahead and drop whatever.
yeah, so this is gonna be the Kingdom Hearts remix. So you guys, of course, we gotta keep on with our nerdy theme. So keep it locked. This is the Monarchy with WOD Studios, the best in college radio. Keep it locked, guys.
open up a little bit more. Just open up a little bit more. All I ask of you, all I ask of you. Just open up a little bit more. Just open up a little bit more. Just open up a little bit more. Just open up a little bit more.
So you are back with the Monarchy with WB Studios, the best of college radio, and we are your game talk for the morning. Yes, the Monarchy, please. And we're also with Monarchy Game Design, creating all the greatest mobile and all the other games in between. You really should check us out. And we are also the ones who made the Lion game. You know those guys where you click on the thing and you go up and down High Street, Hampton
It'll be
Roads.
back up soon.
It'll be up back soon. But right about now, a studio that will not be going back up soon is Konami. So Konami has been in the news again, which is kind of hilarious whenever you think about it. Konami has been on their starts talk about, Kojima being on vacation. They switched to casino games. They switched to mobile casino games. And now they've shut down Kojima LA Studios in California. But they're still on their starts respond that he's on vacation. So are they going to finally say that he's not on vacation?
I don't think they're ever going to admit it. I mean, I know he's starting his own studio.
Yeah.
I know Kojima is starting his own studio. But I don't think Konami is ever going to be able to live with the fact that they let him go.
Well, they kind of lost the K when they let Kojima go. So, I mean...
But no, this pretty much confirms that he's gone. I mean, they closed his studio that he helped pretty much build for Metal Gear Solid specifically.
Well, we're not going to hear anything from Kojima until December because that's when his NDA clause shuts down. So
yeah.
When that is finished, then we might hear something from him, or we might not. We might just see pictures of him on vacation. We don't know.
He'll probably be on vacation. But
Yeah.
It's not on Konami's dime at that point.
So yeah, so it's kind of interesting, and then it's interesting seeing EA still trying to defend Konami, which is always hilarious when EA tries to add their stuff into it. EA, a few months ago and also a few weeks ago, have tried to remind everyone that yes, they are a studio and that people should all get along in that.
Buy our games.
Yeah, and buy our games. But yeah,
I mean DLC.
Yeah, buy the
DLC.
DLC.
Buy our clothing DLC for $50, please.
And a segue from DLC is that they finally fixed the Binding of Isaac DLC. The creator had released that people hadn't looked hard enough to find all the items and stuff for it. And when people look for it, people were trying to read Bible passages. People were
I remember that. I
numerology.
remember seeing that.
And it finally was released that technically it was a glitch and that it was a troll that from the creators that you needed to look hard enough. He says he's going to announce his reasoning soon for why he told people to look closely and that he has some stuff that will blow your mind. So,
I'll tell you why. It's free PR.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
You mess with your people, it's getting in the game news, and people who've never heard of the game are going to hop on and try to figure it out. So I mean, basically gave himself free PR. It's straight up advertising.
And that leads us to Activision, which is a game company by another game company that makes you laugh. They recently acquired Candy Crush.
You see, the thing about Activision is half of Activision is bad and the other half is good. Because Activision and Blizzard are the same company now.
Oh,
Yeah.
True.
So Blizzard is good. Activision has gotten worse.
It's kind of like
God,
the, it's kind of like the forgotten kid brother.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. But yeah, they acquired Candy Crush Maker King.
Yeah, which is interesting.
I don't
Is hilarious
can't
because
comprehend.
they spent $6 billion to buy the studio instead of just building their own mobile studio.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because like they already have flack for the new Tony Hawk game that came out that was so buggy that you couldn't even play it.
I saw that. It was kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And there was even like a big nostalgia rush about it. Everyone
Yeah.
was like so hoping for like
childhood, man.
the second coming of like the Tony Hawk games, THQ games.
We needed that. I mean, I hadn't played Tony Hawk since like Tony Hawk's Underground stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and we didn't get that, so a lot of people were disappointed.
Yeah,
So
and Skate 1 and 2 weren't that great of games either.
no, so like seeing a new Tony Hawk game kind of made everyone inspired. So people feel like the reasoning behind that is that they needed to put out a new game fast for Tony Hawk before his contract goes out with them,
Feel that.
I think maybe.
and
I
they
can see
rushed it
it.
out. Yeah,
But I mean, Tony Hawk would have stayed on if the game was going to be good.
and that's just stayed a buggy mess. Also, staying a buggy mess. It looks like it's the Batman game for the PC.
I heard about that.
Originally, they had announced that by November it was supposed to be fixed. They released the game back in November to people for PC, and people played it, and there's still bugs for it.
I think the issue is because Nick actually ended up buying the game and playing it, and he said that aside from frame rates dropping within like one certain section of the game ran pretty smoothly itself. So I'm thinking it's not so much it's still fully broken. It's just more people are either playing with the wrong settings or they're not meeting the minimum requirements.
It
for the
could be.
specs.
I don't know.
It could be a bit of both.
See, I don't know that much because I'm not PC Master Race fully. I'm slowly integrating. Yeah.
I
Master
haven't played the Batman games in PC, so I wouldn't know either.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. So, if you want to leave a comment about that, we do have our chat open. If you want to leave a comment about any of the topics that we talked about, that is about Epic Games, that is by EA, that is by Activision, anything we mentioned, please let us know. We will talk about it. But right now, we're going to go to another music drop. This is going to be Recess by Skrillex.
I
And
do want to make one quick thing. I got the Assassin's Creed things wrong about how the studios are doing it.
okay,
I did get that wrong. So Assassin's Creed 3 itself was actually made by both Montreal and Quebec, but Montreal was leading the development on 3
okay,
on that one. So Unity was made by Montreal and Quebec, and Montreal was leading the development on that one. Montreal was the only studio that made 4, Black Flag. And then Syndicate was made by Quebec and Montreal, and Ubisoft Quebec is the one with lead development on that.
well, that shows us who.
So that kind of beats all the trends. But I mean, the games themselves, the trend is still there with the games themselves.
Yeah.
But not so much the studios.
So that's kind of going to be interesting to see how this next game after Syndicate is going to work out.
We'll find out next year.
Yeah.
Meet us back here around this time next year, and we'll let you know.
So this is going to be We're the Monarchy with WOD Studios, the best in college radio, your morning show that you want to watch for all your geeky in-game news. But right now, the song that you guys are going to be listening to now is Recess by Skrillex and Kill the Noise, featuring Fat Man Scoop and Michael D'Angelo. So keep it locked. This is WOD Studios, the best in college radio. There it is.
Everybody's alright. Everybody listen to me. On the count of three, we're gonna go all together. Right here, right now. 1, 2, 3, everybody just. Everybody just. Everybody just bounce. 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 Just bounce. 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 Put your hands in there. Say you don't care. Put your hands in there. Say you don't care. Put your hands in there. Say you don't care. Everybody, put your hands in there. It's Cowboys now. Everybody's alright. Don't let it stop, don't let it stop. Don't let it stop till we make it to the daylight. Right till we can't fight. Everybody's alright. Everybody alright. Don't let it stop, don't let it stop. Don't let it stop till we make it to the daylight. I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep, and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke, and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed, and my stomach is sick, and it's all in my head. But she's touching his face now. He takes off her dress. Now let me go. And I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control. Chelsea, turning takes it to the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside. I'm coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep, calling a cab while he's having a smoke, and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed, and my stomach is sick, and it's all in my head. But she's touching his face now. He takes off her dress. Now let me go. 'Cause I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control. Chelsea, turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside lover. I never.
Yeah.
Look at that guy's hair.
I'm glad you guys say that while the mic is on. You're back with the Monarchy at WOD Studios, the best of college radio. Again, reminding you that I am your host, Marcus Twitty. I am with Trey Corte.
What's that? Come on, man. You've known me for like ever now.
Yeah,
What are
I
we
have.
doing here?
I always want to add the Z there for some reason. I look at it, I'm like, oh, okay, Trey Cortez, I got it. They were like, it's Corte, and I'm like, I see a Z. They're like, there's no Z there. So yeah, and I'm with Philip Tyler. Like for a long time, like I can't keep reminding myself that Philip has two first names. And it's Philip.
Yeah,
You don't?
it's really
'Cause I'm
depressing.
that-
It really is
Whoa,
depressing.
why
How do
is
you
it
how do you
depressing?
live with two first names? How do you do that?
Yeah.
I'm amazed.
I stay quiet.
But
I know,
it doesn't-
yeah, this is true. He does stay quiet.
Yeah, I stay quiet, so you can't.
okay.
And I don't take my last name. I take my first name. Always.
You should start going by Tyler and see how many people you confuse.
So bringing to another subject about like names that you should remember and names you should.
That was-
Okay, Philip Tyler, his name is important now. Like to other names that are important. Hey, the new Halo game, guys, that should be important to you guys because they are breaking their own records.
Yeah. 343 surprisingly put together probably one of the best campaigns for Halo that's happened for a while, since probably Halo 2 when Bungie
That's really
did their stuff in New York. Halo 5 itself has broken Halo records by making $400 million within the first week of the game being out.
I know.
And that is crazy.
That's pretty good.
I'm actually proud of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy insane considering it's only on the Xbox One.
Yeah, well, they have a loyal history. Everyone's been waiting for the game. I mean,
You had Halo 4 come out, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Somewhere around that time? And Halo 4 didn't come out to the best reception
It was
at
kinda,
all.
It's kind of meh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Meh.
I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I liked what they did with some of the online stuff, but I mean, it wasn't met with the best reception when it comes to the diehard Halo fans. But Halo 5 came out, and everyone seems to love it.
Yeah, it just looks pretty. Like when I was watching the Achievement Hunter the other day, and they were like playing it, doing their little stuff, and it just looked pretty. It just ran pretty when I had it on 1080p, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna look like a beautiful game." Like even like the kills on it just looked amazing. Like people
Yeah.
shattering into pieces.
Yeah,
The UIs were just awesome looking. So
the charge thing that they have in there is pretty sweet. too.
exactly, I just like when I do multiplayer on that game. When I decide to come out of retirement, I'm just gonna charge at people. Well, I had a rage quit retirement.
He's so legit. He comes out of retirement.
Coming
gonna-
out of the retirement
I'm going to come out of retirement just to play Halo,
just to play Halo.
and then go right back into retirement after I have my final rage quit.
Well, wait for
Michael
after.
Jordan's returns.
Yeah. Wait for after Halo 6 before you have your final rage quit.
Oh,
Because rumor has it is Master Chief is pretty much going to be dead by the end of Halo 6.
Oh no!
They're finally going to kill him off.
Well, we kind of
Which, you know what? That's the only way you can end his character. You can't just have him
You can't
retire and
retire.
start a family
He's that
that's
old guy.
3 feet below him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, the only person he could start a family with are the people in his own team, and I don't think Kelly's going to be attracted to him like that.
Nah.
No, she seems like a tough woman.
Yeah. I mean, tough women can have like relationships like that.
I mean, tough women can have relationships, but I mean, she takes up freaking what you call them, the Song Haley,
Oh yeah.
and she stands them up, and then those are some tough people, aliens, creatures, monsters,
Yeah, she does stand them up one day.
monsters.
I mean, maybe he has a chance with Sonya Blake since her and Johnny
Sonya
Cage are
Blade.
divorced again. Apparently,
Hope it's still
Mortal
alive.
Kombat has released information that like they have gotten another divorce. So
Well, I mean, they have a beautiful looking kid apparently. Who
yeah,
kicks just as much butt as
About
they
to
do.
say,
Yeah.
but has all the emotional parentage of like a
I
broken
mean,
child.
you look at the kid. They kind of gave their kid the Sonya Blade face, and then they definitely gave her that. So
Yeah.
That was the greatest answer. That was
So-
you're my hero for that. You are my hero.
So
Yeah.
on emotional kid level news, if you have not been paying attention to the League of Legends news, you really should because it's been a lot of interesting developments coming out. So a lot of the U.S. teams have been sponsored by this one pharmaceutical company where they were overcharging for cancer medicines and
oh, it was just the one
Yeah.
U.S. team. It
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of them. He had his own team coming into that.
apparently he was also sponsoring another team. Apparently,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Ooh.
And yeah, well, when people found out what they did was he took a win from them.
Mm.
And so now that they took that win, before if it was just like a small win, it would have been nothing. They still would have had like their spot. But
Right.
now that they've taken that win, it has bumped them down on the list. So now any US team can come and take their spot, which sucks
Ooh.
because like you work that hard and then like your sponsor is a
Jerk.
yeah. I had to find the correct
That's
word for
pro
the morning.
sports, man.
Yeah,
I don't-
Pro esports.
It's not even pro esports. It's the fact that I think what the reason he actually went and sponsored another team is because they locked his first team out.
yeah.
Because that team was supposed to compete in Worlds, and then he raised the price of that pill, and they completely locked him out.
He raised it to like god awful.
It was like $700. He said it was like a 5,000% increase on it.
yeah.
It was crazy.
Although the other company that has come and take over, they selling it for $1. So
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
selling it for $1.
Yeah.
And he still has the pill, and they're like, we can make this really cheaply
Yeah.
and sell it for really cheaply and still make a profit.
yeah. So it's gonna be interesting seeing how League of Legends tournaments are gonna be changing. Actually, they're gonna be coming up with new rules for sponsorships. So certain sponsors will not be allowed to sponsor for League of Legends. And
That's probably for the best.
yeah. Also, if you're looking at the Korean teams, you will not be seeing a lot of those teams there for next year. Reason being is because a lot of contract talks are kind of going out of business. A lot of people are not being sponsored this year, and a lot of people are complaining about pay. So it's going to be interesting seeing how these teams are going to be lasting for the new League of Legends tournament coming up, the new cycle that starts up in
Sometime January. I believe.
January. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I
I'll
don't.
ask friends.
Yeah, I don't know how the
They'll
League
know.
of
We'll ask
Legends
again.
tournament
We'll
Yeah.
ask
stuff
friends.
works.
They know.
But no, that is shocking considering that League of Legends has been mostly dominated by the Koreans anyway.
Yeah, so it's interesting seeing that some of them are going to be leaving this year. It was interesting seeing some of like the top players for the American teams leaving, so and
Yeah.
retiring. So it's going to be a great, interesting year. If you're not a diamond yet, and you really want to, this is your year to start becoming a diamond.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of up and comers who are going to come in and fill these spots, and so that should definitely be interesting to see. And I think the same thing is going to be happening right around the StarCraft area too, especially with
Oh
this
my
new,
God, StarCraft.
especially with this new StarCraft expansion coming out next week.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, I would actually get that for my PC. But we're going to come back to that subject right after this song break. This is Tongue Tied by Group Love. So keep it locked. This is the Monarchy with WOD Studios, the best in college radio.
Take me to your best friend's house, going around this roundabout, oh yeah. Take me to your best friend's house, I loved you then and I love you now, oh yeah. Don't take me to time, don't wait no goodbye. Oh, take me to your best friend's house, Mama Lane, we're making out, oh yeah. Oh, take me to your best friend's house, I loved you then and I love you now. Don't take me to the time, don't wait for no goodbye.
Don't take me tongue tied, stay up all night. I'll get real high, slumber party, pillow fight. My eyes on your eyes, like Peter Pan up in the sky. My best friend's house tonight, on the beach, still ready by.
Don't take me tongue tied. Don't wave no goodbye. Don't take me tongue tied. Don't kiss me goodnight.
leave a message and I'll call you back. Oh, like a storybook. Leave a message and I'll call you back. You're intruding on what's mine, and taking up my time. Don't have the courage inside me to tell you, please let me be. Communication, a telephonic invasion. I'm planning my escape. So I don't know who I know. I'm walking in this battle. If I leave a message, I'll call you back. Oh, like a story, but leave a message and I'll call you back. And it's all your fault. I scream my phone calls. No matter who calls, I gotta scream my phone calls. It's going to be you and my sleep.
Go right ahead.
You're back with WOD Studios, the best in college radio, and you're with the Monarchy with your hosts Marcus Twitty, Trey Corte, and Philip Tyler. The song you're listening to now is Galamita's Elena Borez's Pretty Thoughts, dedicated to all the fine ladies who have been walking past today. We just having pretty thoughts about you, girl. But also, what we're not having pretty thoughts about is the new PlayStation VR game. Sorry, PlayStation, we couldn't give you that song. We're not dedicating that song to you, but we will dedicate this song, Buddy Holly, to you guys because you're kind of awkward with this new system. So, the PlayStation VR has they've been doing a lot of announcements for some of the games that they're going to come out with, and
It's they put together quite a decent sized list for the games that are going to come out. They have over 50 titles on that list right now, and there's a lot of big name games up there.
yeah, it's a lot of big name pretty games, but like they have one major flaw with this thing.
Yeah, it's kind of the biggest flaw with the thing. It's not going to actually be able to play the games on its own hooked up to the PlayStation. It has to have an external processing unit sitting somewhere on the thing. So it's going to think like the, those old school things that you put over and they had like the little lights and the battery pack was in the back of your head.
Yeah.
It's probably going to look something similar to that.
Well, if you were thinking you were going to get a Sword Art Online experience, well, you're not going to get it with this set.
Stick with the Oculus, it's better.
We're not there yet.
Stick with the Oculus, I promise you it's better.
Well, another thing that's happening is Until Dawn 2 is now going to be on the PlayStation VR. So,
yes, that's definitely going to happen, which is unfortunate because Until Dawn was actually a surprising hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just came out of nowhere. And
It really did. There was absolutely no advertising for it
There was
at
no
all.
advertising, no announcement. And then, like,
Just, hey, look, there's this amazing horror cliche game that's out and everyone's loving it.
and like that, and also, like, when you first play it, you think it's just a horror cliche until you play it fully. And then when you
Yeah.
get deep
Yeah.
into it,
in there,
even the characters surprised me because when you first start off, you think, oh, I know how this game was going to
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
And it doesn't because the characters don't fill out the way that you think they are.
It's one of those games that shows word of mouth is really a great thing.
Yeah. That and YouTube is powerful, guys, if
But,
you think about advertising.
Speaking of PlayStation VR, I got a small list of some of the games they're actually going to be releasing, and these are some big games. The list started off with the game Adrift. I don't know if you've seen Adrift. It's that space survival game.
Yeah.
I think it's on the PC. I know it's going to be coming to the PC, but basically it's like your space shuttle blows up and you've got to survive in the vacuum of space. Think kind of like Gravity almost, and how that worked and how that's going to work. They got Ark Survival, which is that PC dinosaur survival game that's out right now. So they're going to be putting that in the PlayStation VR. Dead or Alive Extreme 3 is apparently going to be on PlayStation
No
VR,
words.
which I have no idea how that's going to work. Yeah, I have no idea how that's even going to work. First off, Another one is Valkyrie, which I believe is definitely coming to the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, it is.
So I mean, that's going to be. You see, that's the type of game I'd be more interested in seeing virtual reality VR stuff in, because you're in space, you're flying the ship around. You'll be able to like think Elite Dangerous. How if you have the Oculus Rift, you can look around the cockpit and stuff like that. It's going to be similar to that, and that works.
That might, yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
actually
that might
works.
actually work out.
They're bringing Final Fantasy 14 Heaven Sword, which I believe is the MMO.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
which is a pretty game by itself. So seeing
Oh,
that
it's a
on the
gorgeous game.
seeing that on the VR,
I don't think it's going to work.
yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work unless you're just gonna look out and you're trying to play like sort of online. That's how you look at everyone. I
No,
don't see how they can do that,
I don't think it's going to work at all. I
especially
mean,
where the camera angles
it's
are.
it's an MMO, and that's a tough one to do. That's definitely going to be a tough thing
I
to
haven't
do.
seen any advertising.
Yeah.
No.
For it.
No.
The new Vita.
That's never going to
The
happen.
new Vita.
It's new Vita.
It's
Yeah.
the new Vita, man.
But last thing that was on the list I thought was interesting was Tekken 7.
So like I think that's interesting because it's like, are you gonna be looking at yourself beating the crap out of someone
Yeah.
else?
It's like you're going to be looking at the same way that you're going to be looking at it playing it through a regular screen. So I mean, you bought like this $150, $200 add-on, and you're using it the same way you would normally use.
So is it gonna be like you
Computer
put it on and like you have a first row look and then like if you aren't
No.
careful enough you get hit?
Dude, can you imagine the level of motion sickness people would get?
Oh, it's gonna be heavy with
Well,
that.
all these games, yeah, I kind of
Yeah,
see the,
man.
especially Final Fantasy because I feel like there's just gonna be a lot of
A lot
Well,
of
there's-
stuff going on.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of visual information that you'd have to take in on that, because MMOs tend to have a lot of move spamming, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of crap on the screen.
yeah, and then watching like a lot of swirling colors and big
Yeah.
cinematic stuff
Yeah.
happening. And
Oh, and it's definitely an extremely colorful game too. And
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why it looks as nice as it does.
which, speaking of the new Final Fantasy game, there's been an announcement. This related to Final Fantasy and Square Enix in general. The trailer that they've been announcing for D20 20
Mhm.
has not been released.
Yeah,
They made an official announcement that
figures.
they were going to announce
Giant
it this week,
surprise.
but they don't know when. They've pushed back all of their RPG games till 2016. With Kingdom Hearts 3 being up in the air, which might be pushed back to 2018.
Again, you will graduate before
You're
that
never
game
going to
comes
see
out.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
You're never gonna.
It's going to be Half-Life 3.
It's dying in limbo like
Oh,
Half-Life
don't do
3.
that.
Yes,
It's going to be Half-Life 3,
Half-Life
and it's going to
3,
be like
no.
Mother 4.
yes, it is. It definitely is. But no, it's pretty much dead in limbo.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts is definitely. I mean, what do? They put out 2.8
Mhm.
earlier this year.
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, guys,
But
just
they're-
make it
they're making
3.
you rule so hard, and then they're gonna just say,
They're
"Oh,
gonna pull the rug out from under you.
yeah,
They're like, nope,
that's
we didn't make it.
that's it.
But their new Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy 15, they made a bunch of new announcements for it, like characters and the new Eldion, the new summoning things. And the summonings look good because they're finally big this time.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Yeah,
massive.
massive.
But the one complaint that people have been having is there's not much. We are speculating about plot, but there's not much
Yeah.
about it that's been released. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's definitely.
I don't know.
You see, I think it's gonna be one of those games to where they start releasing information right before it comes out.
yeah. But if you are looking forward to some of the stuff coming out from Square Enix, one game that you should be looking forward to is School of Ragnarok, which is called the Weeaboo Game of the Year. Pretty much it's a Weeaboo fighting game, but that is
Yeah.
not a Weeaboo fighting game.
Yeah.
And it looks interesting. You guys should really check that out. And also, the Stadia, the fighting game, is also going to be released. And also, there's going to be another Final Fantasy fighting game as well coming out as well. Yeah, so Square Enix is looking into fighting games. They've been looking into it for a while now, with the PSP release of Final Fantasy, Destidia and Destidia 12. So, yeah.
I should probably keep up more with the Japanese companies, but I don't.
There's
There's just
too much. It's too
there's
much
too
happening.
yeah, they have too much happening at one
That's why I
single
memorized
time. It's,
all. I memorized all of it. Like,
All right, well, you get it.
it's
yeah.
such a pain.
like Atlas released. Actually, if you have not seen the trailer for Atlas's stuff,
Okay.
Speaking of Atlas,
oh no.
Atlas has been shutting down people's YouTube channels.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna play our game? No, you're not.
Well, Atlas has been going through a lot of complaints lately because of people haven't been checking out the games, and people have been complaining about one of their main games, Shin Megami Tensei series, for pretty much re-releasing an old game and claiming that is going to be a new game. They got a lot of flack for that, and they've been shutting down YouTube videos for people complaining about it.
Well,
Also,
they've been doing it whether you're complaining about it or not.
well, yeah,
They're
that
just
too.
taking your channel down if you even so much mention a game
Yeah,
of theirs.
That's pretty petty.
Yeah, it
Um,
really is.
But hey,
Hey, we might be taken down here soon,
yeah, we might be taking that here soon, which I don't care.
which they can't because we have the fair usage.
We got the fair
agreement thing.
usage thing.
We're talking about it. We're not playing the game.
Yeah, Persona 5, a game that everyone has been talking about, has been promoting them. People have been planning that on their lineup of games that they're going to be playing for the new lineup of streaming stuff. Well, Atlas has released a the cease and desist thing earlier. So a lot of the people who are partnered up with Atlas have decided to drop them. So it's going to be interesting seeing who's going to be the Japanese or Korean RPG market
Well,
jumping in.
It's Atlas is doing the same thing Nintendo pretty much did. And Atlas is basically using the hey, if you're going to do this, I want a piece of the pie too. And that's what Nintendo did, which is why you don't see Let's Plays for Nintendo games on YouTube anymore.
Well, you've seen a
Yeah.
little bit with the.
Well, you can see a little bit, and you'll pick up like the older ones, or you'll manage to find the people who slip under the radar. But if you're a big name streamer or a big name YouTuber or Let's Play or anything like that,
You gotta give 'em a cut.
Nintendo's got their eye on you. They're gonna completely destroy you if you're doing their game.
Well, I'm looking at the new Korean market that's coming up for RPGs because we normally don't hear stuff from them.
No,
Except
you
maybe,
really
like,
don't.
Mobile and like MMOs, yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. They were now one of them announced a new horror game coming out, which is gonna be based off of the Korean high school story. So that looks interesting. Everything's high
It's
school.
Korea.
Yeah.
They have a high schoolgirl fetish over there.
Yeah, and they're also announcing a Korean drama RPG game. So it's going to be interesting seeing that come out.
It's creative.
It's different, but it's probably not going to work over here at least.
And if you're looking to do stuff in the Southeast Asian market, because we talked about this
We
yesterday,
did talk about this. Southeast Asian market is expected to have a rise to $2.4 billion in their gaming market by 2019,
Billion people.
which is including places like Thailand, Yao, Philippines, stuff like that.
Laos.
Yeah, Laos. That's what I was trying to say. But I mean, that's a pretty big jump in 3 years for a market that's pretty much non-existent there.
So if you're trying to get to the late ocean market, you really should do that now.
Also, China's market is increasing.
Yeah, because they just started.
So if you know Mandarin, that'd probably be a good place to start.
yeah, because they started releasing console games.
Yeah, the Xbox One console, I believe, was the very first console released in something like 15, 20 years since they've been coming out. So, I mean, that's a pretty big deal. And they had a pretty decent selection of games when that happened. I believe it was like earlier in the summer or sometime last year, something like that. But they had a pretty decent selection of games. So their market over in China is getting bigger and bigger.
And North Korea is releasing their own games within their country, apparently.
They have.
I mean, the only thing I can see is it's going to be a game about Kim Jong-un single-handedly invading the United States.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the speculation is. So it's going to be interesting seeing those.
I mean, if we get it, we'll play it. I think we definitely should.
Oh yeah, we should.
Just to laugh. I mean, you never know. It may actually be good, and it's just that story plot. Yeah.
It's going to look like a Newgrounds game where you should be able to play on browser, but you have to buy the PC version for it.
Newgrounds game.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. But for right now, we're taking another music break because we got to do that every so often. So
But do we?
yeah, technically we have to. So since we're a morning show, so the next song you guys are going to be listening to is "Islands" by the XX, and also "Island" by "Island in the Sun" by Weezer, and that is going to be our throwback song for today. So keep it locked. This is the Monarchy with WOD Studios, the best of college radio, your morning show for everything geeky and game news.
I don't have to leave anymore. What I have is right here. Spend my nights and days before searching the world for what's right here underneath and unexplored. Islands and cities I have looked. Here I saw some yours now. So now I don't ever have to leave. I've been found out. So now I'll never explore. See what I've done.
That bridge is on fire, yeah, that's the way I've been. I'm froze by desire, no need to leave.
Where would I be?
If this were to go under, that's the risk I take. I'm froze by desire, as if a choice I made.
And I am yours now. So now I don't ever have to leave. I've been found out. So now I'll never explore. I am yours now. I am yours now. So now I don't ever have to leave. I've been found out. So now I'll never explore.
Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. When you're on a holiday, you can't find the words to say all the things that come to you, and I wanna feel it too. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing and having fun, and it makes me feel so fine I can't control my brain. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. When you're on a golden sea, you don't need no memory, just a place to call your own as we drift into the zone. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing and having fun, and it makes me feel so fine I can't control my brain. We'll run away together, we'll spend some time forever, we'll never feel bad anymore. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing and having fun, and it makes me feel so fine I can't control my brain. We'll run away together, we'll spend some time forever, we'll never feel bad anymore. Hip, hip. We'll never feel bad anymore. We'll never feel bad anymore.
Okay, you're back with WOD Students of Best in College Radio. We are the Monarchy, talking about all your geeky and game talk news, and we are also the game designers that made Ride the Line and all the other games that you will be playing on campus. So you really should check us out. So we were last talking about what we were last talking about. Remind everyone.
We were last talking about it just happened. I can't remember. What
We were talking about the Japanese, and we
That's
talked
what
about
it
the
was.
Japanese market.
the
Yeah,
Japanese market, the
talking about
Asian market.
Asian market, really. Yeah. So the next thing we were talking about is the new Shakira game, Shakira Mobile.
Yes, Shakira teamed up with the people who made Angry Birds, Rovio. She teamed up with the studio Rovio to make a new mobile game that's going to be more like Candy Crush in a way. So that should be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know how to take that one
Yeah.
because everyone was like, "Oh, but Kim Kardashian did it. Her game was garbage." And then it's like,
bro,
but Kim Kardashian just sort of hired like some
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Shakira actually got with a trusted
Reputable studio.
mobile developer.
Yeah.
And the best part is she actually participated in the development herself.
Well, I think my thing is when it comes to going back to the Kim Kardashian thing, because I was thinking about the same thing. Here's the thing though, it made a lot of money because
It made a lot of money because Kim Kardashian.
and
That's
think about who
that's
played
the
it.
only reason.
People who are joking on the game, people who are streaming and joking on the game, people who
PewDiePie.
yeah. Think about how many housewives were playing it. Think about how
Yeah.
many people who fangirls of her have been
But I
playing
mean, the problem with it is it's like it wasn't a good game at all, period. And I understand that she hit her target market for
Yeah.
what she wanted.
She really
She
did.
definitely made
Yeah.
some money off of that. But I don't know. I think the Shakira game is going to be more of a toilet game anyway. Like you're sitting on the toilet board because you got to use the restroom. So you open up her game. It's exactly like Candy Crush. I mean, you pop open the game and then you're just sitting there swiping jewels and
Right.
getting rid of stuff on the screen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's about it.
I mean, I don't see that as a bad thing fully.
It's not a bad thing,
It's
especially since she actually helped and
Yeah.
didn't just pay him to do it.
So the fact that she even is going into this market kind of sets the precedence for other people to go into the market as well. I was
Oh,
thinking,
she's not the only one. I think Rihanna and a few other people actually are working with the people who did Kim Kardashian's game
Yeah,
to
but
work on mobile.
think about Def Jam when that game came out, and how many
Oh,
rappers,
yeah.
how many rappers came out for that game. That game was made using
Those
both,
were the days.
Except for the-
was legit.
except for the third one, which I don't think
Yeah.
anyone that has actually played.
I
Because
didn't play that.
I don't remember playing the third one, but I definitely played the first one.
I played the first and the second one. I didn't play the third one. The third one, I was like, who wants to be Lil Wayne in fighting?
You know what they need to bring back though? Speaking of fighting games and Lil Wayne, they need to bring back Celebrity Deathmatch.
They do.
They do. Actually, there's been a rumor going around that might actually be starting back up on TV.
Well, I think they're trying to hold off on that one because of how bad Beavis and Butthead bombed the last time they
But
brought
it's
that up.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah.
This is different.
Well, they're talking about bringing back Daria too, so
Yeah, that's true.
I honestly like Daria. So I might watch it. If they bring back both of them, I'm definitely gonna watch. But yeah, Shakira game looks like it's gonna be
It's
interesting.
called Love Rocks for those of you who are interested in watching it. Yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I'm not even sure if it's fully out yet. I just
It
know
might
she's
be-
making it with them.
It might be a rhythm game as well. So
It could be.
It
I know
probably
she
would be.
definitely she was the one who pretty much picked out all the music for the game. So
Yeah.
it's probably gonna be a lot of Shakira music, guys. If you love Shakira, check it out.
Shakira. Yeah.
So moving into some holiday news then.
Yay!
There has been a leaked flyer going around where Sam's Club will be selling the PlayStation 4 for $299 starting this holiday
God.
season. It was recently $349. Before that, it was $399. So it's had a few price cuts. They're trying to stay ahead of the Xbox, which is why I think they're doing it, because the Xbox itself has a promo going out right now that if you can buy an Xbox, they will give you a second controller with the Xbox and a free game of your choosing. So I mean, that's not a bad deal at all, especially if you pick up one of their bundles and you have a couple free games in there. GameStop is also doing a thing to where if you bring in an old PlayStation 4 or an old Xbox One, you trade it in for a new one, a used one, the one that you bought. So you trade it in for a newer one that's just coming out, and they'll take $250 off of the newer one. But if you have an old Xbox 360 with at least 200 gigabyte hard drive, or an old PlayStation 3 with at least 120 gigabyte hard drive, they'll take $100 off towards the new systems.
Okay.
So I mean, there's a few holiday deals going on right now.
Well, it looks like we might have to fight an old lady during the time to be thankful. So.
Probably.
I was upset because I've got like three 360s laying around in my house, but none of them have the 200 gigabyte hard drives.
I know.
And I was like, I could have gotten
Not one of them.
not one of them. I was like, I could have gotten like $300 off of the new Xbox because I wanted the Halo edition.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could have gotten $300 off of that and traded it in, just paid $2 for it. That'd been nice.
Well,
Gotten a free controller to go along with it and a second game.
I wanted the Final Fantasy. Although the game sucked, I wanted the Final Fantasy Agito.
That looked nice.
Yeah, the
PlayStation.
PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
looked
then I
nice.
didn't have the money for it, so that's sad. So I might be able to, if they still have the collector's edition, I might get it.
I'm sure it's still gonna be there because I mean a normal 360 is like $350, $400 or
Yeah.
360. Xbox One
Yeah.
is like 300, 350 somewhere around there, and most of the collector's editions are at least $400 to $500.
Yeah. So might, if I have the money, fingers crossed, I might pick one up for myself. But yeah, rumors. You really guys really should check that out. You should be checking out Black Friday. Actually, you should be checking out Cyber Monday stuff because
Yes, Cyber Monday is glorious.
yeah, especially if you're a gamer or a geek, Cyber Monday is your thing. And also, guys,
Steam sales should be starting up sometime around that.
Yeah.
time. So if you're definitely a computer gamer, definitely check the Steam sales.
and if you're looking for something to get your sweet lady friend or guy friend or whoever your preference is,
Steam sales.
Steam sales,
All
yes,
Steam.
and also Humble Bumble.
Yes, the Humble Bundles. They actually have a Extra Life Humble Bundle this week
Yeah, they
for
do.
the Extra Life events.
So it's gonna be interesting checking that out. Also, one last thing, Steam Humble Bundle, and there's one more.
You can go to GOG Gaming, Galaxy of Games. They normally have stuff that's on sale. Like right now, if you haven't bought Fallout 4 yet, they're gonna have it for I believe it's $20 off for the PC one for Fallout 4.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how legit that is, but you can check it out and find out yourselves. They may be cutting into the cost of it themselves to get it. I don't know.
Yeah, so check out everything. Check it out. I think Rooster Teeth is also going to be providing sales for their apparels and stuff for Black Friday. So it's going to be interesting to see that.
About to pick up some Ruby gear.
She looked over, so I waited. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Cyber Monday, Black Friday. Check it out. It's going to be amazing for all you geek and gamer nerds.
Yeah, because the system should definitely have some nice sales going on.
Okay. So Xbox update with backwards compatibility. It's going to be
Gold.
starting
November
November 12th.
12th.
Old.
Yeah. What's going to happen is Windows 10 is getting a like the Windows 10 itself for the PC stuff is getting an update in November 10th.
Yeah.
So they're going to update the Xbox because this is the update that's coming that actually makes the Xbox have the Windows 10 on the Xbox. So this next update happens on the 12th. You're going to get a entire new the heck's it called now? The dashboard. You're getting an entirely different looking dashboard. It's going to be running Windows 10. You're going to have backwards compatibility. I think the list is somewhere around 100, 150 games right now. They're going to be adding on to that as time goes on. But you're going to have backwards compatibility. And the hope is, if this is successful, games like Halo may be coming to the PC sometime because of the Windows 10 stuff.
Yeah, so check that out. If you are a team Microsoft, you are probably celebrating, and if you're on other teams, you're probably going to be joining the church of Microsoft. So
It's, I mean, if you're a gamer, it's not a bad thing.
No.
If you don't have an Xbox One, but you've got a PlayStation that runs Windows 10, and they do actually start releasing Xbox One games on the Windows 10 platform completely on PC, then that's not a bad deal at all.
yeah, so really,
So-
you should be checking that out. But we are going to be taking a music break for again. I think that might be our second to last music break. So we'll be right back. The next song you guys are going to be listening to is Lullabies by Unit, and this is the Jim Eastack remix, followed by Banks' Brain, and lastly, Bad Sons, We Move Like the Ocean. So keep it locked. This is the Monarchy with WODU Studios, the best in cause radio. Keep it locked, guys.
I wanted to go away with you. And I will leave all my troubles here. wanted to run away with you. And I will bring all my dreams and fears. Like lullabies, you are forever in my mind. I see you and all the pieces in my life. Oh, you are mine. Oh, you are mine. Like lullabies, you are forever in my mind. I see you and all the pieces in my life. Oh, you are mine. Oh, you are mine. You're my first love. You're my first love. I wanted to start again with you. And I will leave all my worries here. I wanted only you. I know I but it's all the same. I could have foreseen that you would act like you are. Oh, so cool you seem, blending with that scene, wearing what you think is hard. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I can see you struggling, boy, don't hurt your brain.
I'm dragging my feet, lost my stride. I've been painting pictures in my head, falling short, losing my direction, turn me around. I've been just coasting, my mind burns to motion. We move like the ocean, but I can't swim anymore. I fell in love in a dream, but I can't remember
You're back with the Monarchy at the WOW Studios, the best in college radio. We are the morning show that brings you all your geeky and game talk news. I am your host, Marcus Twitty. I am with Trey Corte, and I am with Philip.
I'm filler now.
You're
My filler.
you're a Philip
I'm
character
filler
now.
Okay,
With Philip,
sorry.
Philip Tyler Jr.
Filler Tyler.
Philip Tyler,
Filler
yeah.
Tyler.
That tells you what type of morning I've had.
You know what?
Yeah,
you know what? Now you've got a street name.
Filler.
I don't think it's a good street name,
It's
but
not
you
a
know
good-
what?
it's not a good treatment.
But speaking of filler and filler type stuff, NecoCon is this. Oh my god, NecoCon is starting today and tomorrow and Sunday. So if you have not gotten your WeeBooCon tickets, you should go get them now.
Just throwing
But also, while you're at WeeBooCon, you can also check out our extra live stream. So, I told you there was a reason why.
Yeah, there was a reason. The extra life is an important thing because it's for charity.
So if you watched the show the last time, which I don't know if some of you guys have, but if you watched our show last time, we told you about Extra Life. This is raising money for CHKD, and this is being run by the Old Dominion University's Video Game Design and Development Club, which is known as the Monarchy, because that's a long name to remember.
Monarchy Game Design. We are beautiful. We are making stuff and
Yeah.
playing games for charity.
So the Monarchy Game Design, we are working on our 24-hour stream. It starts at 6 p.m. tonight, and it goes on to 6 p.m. tomorrow night. So, I posted up here. Yeah, what is homework? I posted up here about the flyer for it one time before. I'm going to post it up again later in the stream. But for right now, we're going on to our next to last few topics because it's 10:26 now on the dot.
Yes, it is. So, in case you've been living under a rock in the middle of the wasteland, Fallout 4 comes out Tuesday. Be magically sick that day. Call out of work, do whatever you gotta do. Play the game the entire day. Because if you don't have the day off because of Veterans Day, you've got to make up some sort of excuse to enjoy yourself. I'm encouraging you doing bad things.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just came up to an epiphany. Yeah. So, yeah, Fallout 4 is coming out. It's coming out next week. I am probably not going to get the game anytime soon, but I'm probably going to watch everyone else play it, and I'm going to probably sit on someone's couch and eat food and look like the encouraging girlfriend.
I will be streaming it. I will be streaming it on my Twitch channel.
I'm gonna just stop trade.
Yeah.
It is twitch.tv/shadowmain. So look me up and then you'll watch me playing it for a bit.
And for my stream coming up, I'm going to be playing The Secret World because I know they got their new comic expansion stuff. So I'm going to be playing a series of games for that. So you should be keeping out for a lot of the Twitch stuff that's going to be coming on. And also I'm going to be doing a Twitch stream on the old Persona games because I can do that because it's on Twitch and not on YouTube.
This is true, but they still might try to attack you.
That's
Who knows?
very true.
We'll
Who
find
knows?
out.
We'll find out soon. Yeah.
We'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah. But also in other streaming news.
Well, not just streaming news and other news, important news.
Yeah.
Blizzard has made it official that Overwatch is coming to the consoles as well as the PC. The thing that they are still toying around with as of right now is whether or not the game itself is going to be free or if it's actually going to cost something. I personally think it's more than likely going to be free.
Yeah.
Because that's initially what their advertising started off. But it wouldn't surprise me if they actually did charge people. GameStop accidentally put something up, I believe it was yesterday, the day before that, to where Overwatch was shown on there and people were seeing that it was $60. So
Pretty bad.
if they're going to charge people for it, then that's definitely a sure sign that it's happening. But beyond that, I don't know.
Yeah. So I want to play it because it looks pretty.
Oh, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah. And actually, it's funny. The feminists who follow me on Tumblr are actually in love with this game.
They should be. One of the characters in there is actually going to be a super nerdy girl. She's one of the Overwatch characters is apparently going to be a Hearthstone. I believe it's a Hearthstone world champion. Is
Yeah.
what she's going to be.
Well, what happened recently, which was a surprise, Anita Sarkeesian actually made a positive comment about Overwatch.
Oh wow.
So
Oh,
that
please share.
that kind of interests us because, like, normally if you've ever read of Anita Sarkeesian posts, mostly it's about pretty much feminism in games and
how bad it is.
how bad it is. Although sometimes she over exaggerates a certain portion of it, she has a point in certain areas.
She's very good at picking and choosing.
Yeah, she picks all the worst topics. She never picks all the other topics that need to be talked about when it comes to like females in games. But she always loves to talk about the stuff that relates to her. But for this time, she made a positive comment about Overwatch and talked about how positive the characters in that game was. So.
I'm
Yay.
surprised because the medic is still wearing a skin tight suit.
Very true.
Well, yeah, she's wearing the skin tight suit, but I guess because of how they're like made, they're not as suggestive.
Well, it's a Blizzard game, and besides World of Warcraft, I mean, they're not really too suggestive on a lot of things. I mean, have you seen their paladin from the Diablo stuff? She's more decked out than most of the guys when
Yeah.
it comes to armor. And actually, I saw a really cool cosplay where somebody actually painstakingly had made the entire set of armor and put it on. It was really sweet.
Ah.
Yeah, so they definitely do their gender equality stuff at Blizzard pretty equally.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's still a lot of skimpily clad men when it came to a lot of things as well. So
Yeah, well, but that also with one of the Overwatch characters, she's a muscular female. She's very
yeah, she's definitely very. I don't want to say butchy because that sounds rude, but she's definitely very masculine.
yeah.
Is what it
Masculine is a better word.
She's definitely extremely masculine, and I think she's like she's got like the shaved head thing going on.
Yeah,
too.
she does. So she's like, I believe she's one of like the mechanics and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
stuff like.
Uh,
I've seen
I
her
don't
before,
know.
Yeah, I've
and
seen
people
her
have been
before,
praising
too.
her because she's not a damsel in distress.
She's
character.
not your typical female game character.
Yeah,
at all.
so Overwatch has been getting a lot of good critiques because of their characters. So good job, guys. You've done some excellent work. You really found a way to please everybody.
This is who it is. Yeah, she's Zarya. She's
Zarya.
Russian. That's what it was.
Yeah.
She was a Russian chick.
And she knows how to use a big gun.
Yeah.
And she's got muscles bigger than most men that I know. So
Yeah. So, like, guys, the creators of Overwatch, you guys did a very, very awesome job. You found a way to please everybody.
GG, Blizzard, GG.
GG, yes. 10-10. I would date all of you. So, other announcement stuff.
How do you beat that?
How do you beat that?
Yeah, I think that was a pretty positive note to sort of end like newsish updates type things that was happening. BlizzCon's happening today. It's starting today.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in watching that, you will have to pay for the online tickets. But the Warcraft trailer itself comes out today too.
Yeah.
The actual full trailer comes out, and I think they're going to show it at BlizzCon first and then release it everywhere else. Oh, speaking of video game movies, The Witcher is going to be coming to the big screen in
Yeah, I heard.
2017.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know either, especially since. Yeah, I don't know.
When you consider the hours.
I guess it.
Hours
Yeah.
And hours and side missions.
Well,
and
they're
other
gonna
stuff.
focus on the main stuff. They're not gonna focus on any of the side missions. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be depending on who the director
Do
is.
we have 3 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as they don't have Yui Bowl making the movie, it should be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he does horrible. I mean, have you guys seen the Far Cry movie? It was absolutely
Yeah.
garbage.
I
was
didn't even
bad.
hear about it.
It was horrible. It was like a sci-fi thing that got put out. It's pretty bad.
It looked like one of those sci-fi movies that were just like B rank. So
The acting was probably lower than a sci-fi movie.
yeah, that is sad. Which is very amazing. But we're gonna take one last music break, and then we're gonna come back with the top 10 games you guys are gonna need to go watch. The top 10 games that you probably won't want to go out with, and lastly,
We're gonna find out who I got blocked by.
yeah.
Oh, fun
This
times.
is this last thing is kind of hilarious.
It's
So
very, very
keep a lot. This is WOD Studios Best Cause Radio
I'll
with
laugh- I'll laugh at it.
yeah with the Monarchy, the best in morning game talk and geeky time news. So keep a lot, guys. And next song you guys are listening to is "Are You Having Fun" by Eagle Eye Cherry. So keep it locked.
You are on your own, you do as you please. Having so much fun, I lost your reason after all is said and done. But are you still having fun? And how is it to know when you've gone astray? And happiness would go like a lost emotion. You have always gone your way. Are you happy today? Well, you know when you've been defeated. mistake in your master plan. With all the drugs you take, you can understand it. After all is said and done, well, are you still having fun? Well, you know ain't been defeated. You don't care and you thank no one. Feeling low, you will always need it. And are you having fun? Well, are you still having fun? You don't know what it is you've done. Just to show that you're having fun. You don't know what it is you've done. Just to show that. I can set you straight if you let me stay. I hope I'm not too late, now you won't regret it. I can show you the way and make you happy today. Yeah, you know when you've been defeated, you don't care and you thank no one. Feeling low, you will always need it. Well, you know when you're being cheated. Yeah, you know when you've been defeated. Feeling low, you will always need it. And are you having fun? And are you still having fun? Are you still having fun? Are you still having fun?
Rainbows, sunshine, everywhere I go. Rainbows, sunshine, go. Rainbows, sunshine. Rainbows, sunshine. Rainbows, sunshine. Yeah. Rainbows, sunshine. I thought I told you about it. Act like you know, act like you know, act like you know. You don't leave home without it. Move that kilo, move that kilo, move that kilo. She on my back about it. C3PO, C3PO, C3PO. And all the time. Like you know, act like
Yeah. How could you ever question? They know better to mention. The budget trunk and just enough to make her pay attention. The who, what, why, and where they sport the flyest pair. She got the nicest hair and she know life is better with this liquor. It's crazy how the world look different. It's crazy how the girls look different. The colors and the sound so vivid. You never catch your boy go pimpin'. Me sitting on the sidewalk and that don't sound right. But as long as I look fly by prom night, go.
rainbows, sunshine. Rainbow, sunshine. Rainbows, sunshine. Yeah. Rainbows, sunshine.
His legs, his hair,
Welcome back, guys. You are with WOD Studios, the best of college radio, and you're with the Monarchy, the guys bringing you the best game news and the best geeky news early in your morning. Also, we are the guys who created Ride the Line and also all the other games that are going to be coming out soon with us. So keep a look for that. Right now, we're going to announce the top 10 games that you want to be checking out this year.
Starting with number 1, the top game which you should be watching on stream this fall season if you cannot afford to buy games. The number 1 game you should be watching is Fallout 4. That's taken. You've got to. It has to happen.
You're required.
Fallout 4 is your number 1 game. Your number 2 game, which we're going to get into the shooter realm here, is going to be Halo 5. It's a good start. The multiplayer is actually supposed to be really interesting to watch. So, and then topping the next list is Black Ops 3. If you're interested in shooters again, Black Ops 3 is obviously something you want to watch. It is. It's definitely quick and easy. Indie stuff. If you're interested in watching a good indie game being played out, Undertale is definitely something you definitely want to go and check out.
Yeah, it's like a mother clone almost, so it's kind of interesting how you play through that. You can play through...
You can kill things, you can run from things, or you can talk them and try to understand them.
Yeah.
It's definitely interesting.
It's a very interesting gameplay, but like it's a very emotional game, so if you're looking for emotion, that's the game you want to go to.
Definitely. Getting back into interesting games you should be watching, StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void comes out next week, so that's another one that's going to be streamed everywhere. And if you're big on the StarCraft, if you're big on the StarCraft scene, then that's definitely something you want to check out. Getting into Game 6, we're going to do Star Wars Battlefront. Comes out in 2 weeks. That's definitely going to be yeah, it's getting back into the shooter stuff. So if you're a huge Star Wars fan and you don't know whether or not you want to buy that game, check it out. It should be really, really good. Let's see, we're at 6, right? Another game that's going to be interesting, and I think a lot of people are probably going to want to watch streams of it first, is going to be the new Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider game.
Oh my god, it looks amazing.
It does look amazing. The sad thing is it's only coming out in the Xbox consoles first.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to find out how that game's going to be, if you're a PlayStation user or a PC player and you want to know how it's going to be, maybe watching the Xbox streams for that will be a good place to start. If you're interested in racing stuff, Need for Speed came out. I know there's been a few minor problems here or there with it.
I know that you know that he doesn't know, but I know.
What? What do I not know?
Don't worry about it.
I'll have to find out later. But
Need for Speed fanboy.
yeah, it's
Racing games.
yeah, there's been some problems coming out with it. So there's been a few technical issues.
He was part of making it.
Yeah, it's true. This is very true. So that's definitely something if you're interested in just watching people drive around and do random stuff. Check that out. If you enjoyed this series, this is definitely something that you should probably be checking out. But Just Cause 3 comes out in December if it hasn't been pushed back.
Because you blow stuff up.
Yeah.
Of course.
The Just Cause series has always been a really fun series for people. It's definitely extremely popular. Mercenaries 2 is definitely a good one. But
Pretty much you could slingshot people away from things. That's amazing.
And if you are nostalgic like the rest of us here at the studio, and you grew up playing Roller Coaster, the Roller Coaster Tycoon games, Roller Coaster Tycoon World comes out in December, so people are probably going to start streaming that right around then too. Yeah, I mean it's you could throw people into another park from a roller coaster. I mean, the game is amazing anyway, just with the stuff you can do. So those are our top 10 games that you should probably be paying attention to, keeping eyes out for, looking for the streams. If you've got anything, you drop them in the comments, let us know, whatever, things like that.
Yeah. And
Signal flare, smoke signals.
yeah, we read smoke signals here. Yeah.
Smoke signals.
But also, a big shout out to all the groups who are coming out to Extra Life today. You guys don't know how much you are amazing and how much we love you guys. So we heart you guys for if you can't.
We love you guys.
We love you guys. Heart all of you guys. Heart eyes. Yeah. Yeah. You got a heart. Oh my God, Phil! You're messing up the hearts. Anyways, so yeah, Extra Life. Thank you guys for helping out with that. If you're watching our stream, if you're not, that's fine. We will always take donations. That is also great as well. So keep a lock for that. Something that you guys should be checking out. If you're not checking us out, you should also be checking out the Achievement Hunter stuff for Extra Life. That is also something you guys should be doing. Everyone in Virginia who's doing Extra Life is doing it this weekend. So yeah, please check us out. Please support all the people raising money for CHKD and all the children's hospitals because that is yeah. So that's the thing we're passionate about. So there's that, and we have a few more minutes till the stream is over. So, well, let's find out who blocked Trey. So Trey, tell us.
It's been a sad day in my world
Yeah.
for the past couple of days. So me and Marcus sitting to talk, saying that if we wanted to be successful in life, we had to connect with people who were successful in the fields that we wanted to get into.
And I learned that my thing I can be interested in cannot be alcohol.
Yeah, you can't be passionate about alcohol. That's bad.
Well, can I be interested in like the fine people who have been walking back
You
and
can
forth?
be interested in
do
those.
that, yeah.
You can be passionate about that all day.
Because I've seen a lot of fine people
That's
walking back and
meaningful,
forth, and I've been interested.
So that is something you can definitely be interested in. But so we went to this talk, and I got to thinking. I was like, yeah, I like the video game stuff. I know a few developers that I follow on Twitter who I actually like to start talking to. So the big name was Cliff Bleszinski. I followed Cliff Bleszinski stuff for quite a bit. I mean, I played a lot of Unreal Tournament. I played the entire Gears of War series. Basically, I put a lot of hours into this man's games. So he's got this new game coming out, Lawbreakers. So I was following him on Twitter, and I was trying to find him on Twitter yesterday because I was going to see what news he's put out about the game. And I couldn't find him on Twitter, and I was like, I knew I followed him. I knew he was there. So I searched him up, and apparently I was blocked by Cliff Bleszinski on Twitter.
Mysteriously. And we're still trying to play the game. What
We
did
have
Trey do?
no idea.
I have no idea
We
why.
have no idea.
I've only interacted with him once, and it was to voice an opinion on something that he asked. So, I mean, if I got blocked because of the opinion thing, that's kind of weird, but...
You know, Trey, it's Twitter. You're not allowed to have an opinion.
I've appeared on his, I had my questions answered on his Twitch streams that he does. So,
Maybe
I
he's
mean,
just like, he's too much of a fan. We got to shut him down.
shut him down. He's gotta die.
Too many questions.
Yeah,
Too
too
many
many questions. His opinions are too much.
Or maybe he saw like the game design stuff. You're like, these guys
You
might
know,
be
that
competition.
could very well be it though. He probably did see the game design stuff. It's like I don't remember working with him. Block.
Yeah. I guess like one of these days, he's like, these guys can rise up against me. No.
It's like Cliffy B. You're like my professional hero, man.
And then I'm in the background. I'm gonna destroy you. Like I can see him now. He's just like, I should have blocked the other one.
He's like, I ain't afraid of you.
Then like a year later, oh my god, these guys. So yeah, Trey getting blocked by
So,
Cliff Brzezinski.
We'll have an update next week if he,
Oh my god.
lets us. If he replies to my Twitter thing that I put out to him, because I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious too.
I'm very curious.
Technically, I just recently started following the guys at BioWare.
Oh no.
Yes.
So I started following. Well, I followed a few of them. Some of the creators who made Dragon Age, and some of the ones who made.
I'm glad
Mass
that's
Effect.
the one company EA hasn't actually gone and started trying to destroy.
Of course. Oh my god, I love
Like,
them.
them and
They got dice, bro.
they haven't really gotten DICE. It's more of DICE doesn't have their own servers.
Yeah, they don't.
So all of
Yeah.
their stuff is EA servers. It's not that the games are bad, it's that the EA's servers are bad.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. But like
Yeah.
talking to the creators are working on something big, but they're not trying to announce what that is.
Oh, we
So-
definitely know Mass Effect Andromeda is a big thing coming.
Yeah,
out of that.
that's one big thing. But I don't know what they're going to be working on because they said it was not going to be Dragon Age games. So
Ooh,
I kind of want to find out what happens.
I do too.
Soon, my friend.
Yeah.
Yes, soon. And we're gonna do a quick speculation on Fallout 4 here, really quick.
Yeah.
If that's cool with you.
I mean, it's Fallout 4.
I mean, we got to. This is a big thing. If you haven't watched the launch trailer for Fallout 4, you definitely should. They dropped the institution name quite a bit,
Yeah, they did.
like throughout the entire trailer. So if you don't know who the institution is this mysterious group of scientific and business-like people who make androids. And if you've played Fallout 3, you run into one of the androids who actually ran away. And you had the option of either turning them in, killing them, or letting them go free, type things like that. Fallout 4 looks like the story's going to revolve going to war with the institution. So that should definitely be an interesting plot point.
I love like just watching like the trailers for it, and just like when I first saw it, I'm like, why are they showing me different PlayStation games? And then like I'm like, oh my god, this is how all of it's gonna look for Fallout 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
This looks like it's gonna be pretty, and also mechs. Come on. Mike.
Yes,
Yeah.
the power armor is actually going to
That
be
seemed really
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
It's not just going to be a 600-pound suit of armor you put on. It's going to be a mechanical armor suit, which is really
Yeah.
It
sweet.
makes sense though.
And you're going to be able to upgrade it and change it around to how you want. So I mean, that's going to be really cool too.
So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to watch. And like, if you're not keeping up with Fallout 4 news, you really should be, because they're announcing a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, it comes out Tuesday, midnight release. You're going to be able to start preloading tomorrow. I
Yeah.
think? Yeah, if you've digitally ordered it, you'll be able to start preloading tomorrow. If you got a physical copy, you kind of got to wait until midnight and Tuesday.
So
Yeah.
fight those crowds to be the first one in line, because I know it's going to be stretched around the building about a few times. It's probably going to look like a zombie post-apocalyptic
People gonna miss work,
movie. Yeah.
But yeah,
class,
mysterious illness is just going to ravage the entire United
final
States.
exams,
Yeah.
you miss-
Boston's definitely going to be a wasteland by the time that that game
by the
comes
time
out.
that game comes out, yeah. Yeah,
But yeah, so there's that. Some good speculation there.
So yeah, we're about to sign off because it is now 10:51 on the dot, and we probably really want to give like another show time to go and set up like last time. So we're gonna be signing off with one last song, and it's "Say It Ain't So" by Weezer. Yeah, it's kind of fitting for like how we end our first show. Like we're ending it now, but still, you guys can check us out every Friday from 9 to 11. So. Or really, technically 10:50.
It's
so,
9. It's 9-2 right around this time.
So it's going to end around this time. So keep it locked, guys. We'll be back again next week, giving you all your geeky and game time news. So this is Marcus Twitty,
This is Trey Corte.
Philip Tyler.
the guy with 2 first names.
Don't forget to check us out on our extra live stream this weekend, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye bye. And you are watching us with WODU Studios, the best in college radio. Keep it locked, guys.